Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. I think it's about time that we reframed wasting time. A fear around wasting time is something I'm hearing time and time again at the moment. Pun intended. As a society, we're so wired to be busy and rushing around all the time. You know, people often wearing it as a badge of honor. Now, this massively, came to the surface during COVID and everyone started going, hang on a minute, why do we do that? And I knew at the time, as soon as all of that was over, it would come back with a vengeance. This idea that if you're not busy, then you're doing something wrong. Thinking this way has taken away some of the simple joys in life for so many. So I wanted to do a little reframing of the ways that people might perceive to be wasting time, that in fact are doing wonders for our mental and physical health. You just have to think back to COVID and all the banana bread and the artists that came out the woodwork, the poetry that was written. And I'd love that the next time you allow yourself to waste some time yourself, that you feel good about it. So mathematician and philosopher Bertrand Russel said it best when he said, "The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time." As always, this is nuanced. There are some very real reasons that many people fear this. Often chaos is encoded into our nervous system as the baseline of safety from a very, very young age. So that nervous system is always going to seek it in order to stay alive. This is where deep healing work and self-awareness comes into play. And if you think that that might be going on for you, I highly, highly recommend talking with someone or your therapist about it and doing some research, because it's actually very, very common. It's also very changeable, but it starts with the self-awareness to recognize that you find it incredibly difficult to allow yourself to rest or relax, or allow yourself the time to do the things that you enjoy. I do feel like the tide is turning with the rise of JOMO, the joy of missing out. And I am definitely a subscriber. So I believe the only wasted time is the time where you tell yourself you're wasting it and then by proxy do not enjoy it. I hear people all the time saying they're giving themselves time to relax, but when you actually dig a little bit deeper, that time relaxing was actually spent mentally beating yourself up, or overthinking something you need to do and have been putting off, or researching something that you're going to do, or even working while you're telling yourself you're relaxing. We can even look at the time we spend looking after ourselves, like meditation, journaling, all of these things, as wasted time too. So what do we do about this? As usual, it's good old self-awareness for the win. Imagine that moment when the guilt switched to realizing you're enjoying yourself and just allowing it to happen. What would you do? Would you chase some creative pursuits or start learning a new skill, even if you're rubbish at it to begin with? You're wiring in that it's okay to not nail something on the very first try. You're wiring that it's beneficial and enjoyable to have a beginner's mind. You're wiring in that you can get good at something over time. Would you spend time reading? What are you wiring in then? You're wiring that it's okay to take time for you. You're wiring that you are allowed to take time for something you enjoy, whether it's learning with nonfiction or a little escapism with fiction, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle. Would you be able to spend time with family or friends, even if you did nothing in particular? I love doing this, just chilling out with friends, whether it's spending a whole day in the pub just chatting and snacking, or having a pajama party and watching a movie, or binge watching an entire series with friends and you're just able to sit there and just talk about it. Some people might consider that massively wasted time, right? And that you should do more with it. But I really believe the opposite. I believe these times are so important because it allows you to just be. Not have to perform in any way. Be nothing and no one but totally yourself. Be in the company of people you love. There's so much pressure around us to be, do, or perform a certain way, when a lot of the time our bodies or minds are screaming out to do less and rest more. The only way out of this cycle is awareness. And as you're thinking about things that you might be putting on your list that you have previously thought of as wasting your time, even if you enjoyed it, what actually comes to mind for you? What would you do more of if you didn't think that way, right? What would be on your wasting time list? How much more joy would it bring into your life? What difference could or would it make to how you feel day to day? How can you bring your inner child in to play with it too? What did you love doing as a kid that you stopped? Could you get back into it? Want to grab those roller skates or that skateboard? The bottom line is, if it's something you enjoy doing, it is not wasted time. Cliche as it sounds, we really do only get this one life. Well, depending on what you believe. You're all here because you want to feel more positive, right? That's what drew you to this podcast. It can be so much easier than we think, and it starts with awareness, curiosity, and the willingness to challenge your, other people's, and society's opinions. Call BS on what you don't agree with and go chase that flipping joy. If joy lives in chilling out, peace, ease, and flexibility, like it does for me, amazing. If joy lives in sitting in nature, just watching and listening to the scenery, amazing. If joy lives in taking yourself for dinner by yourself or people watching in cafes, amazing. If joy for you lives in spending hours learning a new skill and still being a bit bad at it, amazing. If joy for you lives in doodling in notebooks that will never see the light of day, amazing. If joy lives in writing with no intention of ever publishing, amazing. And if joy lives for you in naps and pajama parties for one, amazing. We really need to stop judging other people, but also get to know ourselves on a far deeper level and give ourselves permission to do the things that we enjoy. Knowledge really is power in this instance. You just need to see this behavior in your kids to see the happiness it brings, the good that it does, and the development that it creates. We encourage it in kids and beat it out of adults. The same still applies as adults. We just lost that gift over time due to other people's and society's opinions on what we should be doing with our time and what counts as high value or low value tasks. We get to take that decision back, no matter how old we are. Nothing you enjoy doing is ever wasted time. Let go of the guilt and do more of it, as long as it's legal and respectful, of course. As always, nuance. And just see how much of a difference it makes to how you feel. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next week. Bye.